So on this next chart, we're heading into crypto, and we'll loop back to AI at the very end. Crypto, here, I think the disconnect, and this is also from Big Ideas, is, hey, look at what the gold price has done in the last few years, and look at what's happened to Bitcoin. Now, this is a log chart, so you can see gold has had a massive move to the upside. This chart ends at the end of 25, and of course, I think last night we got down to roughly $60,000 in Bitcoin. So really cut in half since its peak in October. What is going on here? Isn't Bitcoin supposed to be digital gold? If it's digital gold, why isn't it behaving like gold? And a couple of points to make here. If you do the correlation between Bitcoin and gold, their returns, since 2019, and I put this in my New Year's letter. You can see the matrix there if you'd like. The correlation has been 0.14. One is perfect correlation, and here we are at 0.14, very low, almost no correlation. So that is very important to understand. What you can also see here, though, is gold tends to precede a big move in Bitcoin. You can see the circles there, and we'd have a gigantic circle around what has happened recently. And so maybe that will happen again. We actually think it will. I cannot tell you how many bear stories I've heard about Bitcoin in the last few weeks, last few months. And just go on to X and you'll find all kinds of reasons why you must sell Bitcoin. And these are the periods that are kind of interesting. We post our trading at the end of every day, and you'll see that we had been nibbling at our crypto-exposed stocks. We didn't know how far this was going to go. And maybe it's not over, not promising that. But there was so much negative sentiment that I felt, okay, we need to leg in and lean into this. If our research is correct, that this Bitcoin is 3 revolutions in one. It's a global, digital, private, very important, rules-based, even more important, monetary system. And that's a very big idea. The second revolution is a technology. It's a new technology. It's really adding another layer, I would say, to the internet, so that we have native currencies native to the internet that will be able to handle agentic commerce and other such agentic movements taking place out there. That's a very big idea. And then, and it won't be, of course, just Bitcoin. It'll be Ether, importantly Ether, Solana, maybe Hyperliquid. We shall see. But what's interesting about this period is the big 3 have been identified. And those are Bitcoin, Ether, and Solana. The worry historically has been, how many of these things are there going to be? Is this going to be a very fragmented situation? And we're learning who the big winners are going to be, who the big winners are. And I think that's a very important. And then the third revolution is, this is a new asset class. Bitcoin is leading the way. It is the most secure of all the cryptocurrencies out there, backed by the largest computer network in the world. And so really an anchor to an asset allocator looking to move into this new world. And why would an asset allocator do that? Well, if we're right, and well, it's a fact that at least over the last 5 years, the correlations have been the correlation has been as low as 0.14. The key to successful diversification for asset allocators is adding new assets with very low correlation to all of the other assets in the ecosystem. And this one qualifies. Why do they want that? It is because with that low correlation, introducing it, risk-adjusted returns go up over time. And so I do think institutions are serious about this new asset class. They may have been reticent to move in because they were hearing about the 4-year cycle, and lo and behold, and I'll hats off to Chris Bernisky, who has been very right in calling for, whether it's the 4-year cycle or whatever, just this downdraft. And so it's closing in on the low point that many technical analysts are suggesting as the place where it should stop. These are very volatile moments at or near the bottom, but we usually do look back and say, wow, I wish I had caught that low. This V-shaped recovery has been quite significant. Not promising. I want to make sure that there are no promises here, but it does seem like the stars are aligning. And I guess I'll move on to the next.